you guys, it's your girl AJ, the Glamour Witch, and I am back for another video. I know, it has been a long time, but your girl has been working very, very hard. I just recently released my new album, Elixir and Smoke Volume 1, and that is available on all major music streaming platforms, and you can go ahead and check that out. If you want to support me, you will go on to my website, theglamourwitch.com, and you will purchase the entire album, or you can purchase the whole album on Apple Music and iTunes as well. That is the best way for you to support any artist that is making music, because they do not make money off of streams, as you know, many people think that we're making a ton of money. Okay, we're not off of Spotify and Google Play or any of those other streaming apps. We make money from people actually supporting us by buying our album. Okay. So I just want to say, first and foremost, thank you to everybody who was there for me on my birthday, who came to the live and got to listen to the music live. We did a reading. Unfortunately, Instagram took down the video because they didn't believe that that was my music. I don't know if that was a compliment, like, that girl, that shit's too good to be yours. There's no way. I don't know what it was, but you know, Instagram is really fickle with music and stuff like that. So I'm going to try to post it here on YouTube, but if you were there, I just want to say thank you for coming and being a part of the live. I really appreciate that. Okay, so we're just going to move right along and jump into today's video. Today we are making the long-awaited money oil, okay? Yes, I know I've been saying that I'm going to do this for a long time, and here we are, okay? Better late than never, okay? So this money oil recipe is going to be a general money oil. It is not going to be specific for unblocking your finances or specific for fast cash or whatever. This is going to be a general money oil, but we're going to have elements within it so that it's a powerful money oil that you can use in any way that you need to use it, right? And that's really where we're at. If you have a really strong, very powerful, potent money oil, it doesn't matter. You can use it in a fast cash ritual and just add your money and prosperity oil to pull that in. Or if you're using it to unblock your finances, you might want to add a couple of drops of your money. You put some uncrossing herbs, but then you also put money oil, your money oil into it. You know what I mean? So if you guys would like a more specific money oil ritual, please go ahead and comment down below and I can make that. But we are going to make a general, all-purpose, powerful money oil recipe that you can use. And these ingredients are also going to be easy to find, as well as easy to substitute, okay? I'm also going to be talking to you about how to charge this work and how to use the oil, okay? So if you would like to learn how to make your very own money oil, just keep watching.
Come and cast a spell with me. Come and cast a spell with me.
All right, so first things first, you are going to need a mason jar, and you're probably not going to want to drop it. Mercury retrograde is here. Anyway, so you're going to want to have your very own mason jar, okay? It doesn't have to be a mason jar. It could be smaller than this, depending on whatever it is going to be. But I would make sure that it's glass, because one of the ways that we are going to, you know, charge this and heat this up, you want this to be in a glass container, not a plastic container or any of that stuff, okay? So let us start with that, okay? You're gonna wanna cleanse that. Now I have cleansed it with smoke, but I'm also going to put a little bit of Florida water in here as a cleansing agent, just to, it actually generally just cleans the inside of this for sanitizing purposes and allows you to be able to use it and know that it's not going to be, you know, there's no bacteria, right? And everybody is extremely conscious of bacteria these days. I'm gonna actually light this protection oil. This is just my protection candle that I'm going to continue to keep lit. Whenever I do magic, I always wanna keep some type of protection. If I can actually light it, that's the real question. Because, you know, this thing is big, so. Okay, so I'm actually gonna do a video on like the continuously worked, y'all, it's cold in this back house, y'all see it's cold. I'm gonna do a video on continuously worked candles. So this is like a 72-hour, maybe even more than this, But I would basically only light this whenever I'm doing spell work. And I also have a red candle that's just specifically for power and activating like extreme power when I need a little bit of a boost or energy doing my working. This is just for protection. Anytime I'm doing a working, I'm going to be having my protection candles, and you should have a protection candle burning if you're going to be doing anything. Love magic, if you're going to be doing money magic, if you're going to be doing baneful magic, if you're going to be doing protection magic, or any type of baneful magic, you definitely want to be having a protection candle, okay? So I'm going to have this lit, so while I'm here, my energy is protected, I'm safe in the space, and that there are no unwanted energies interacting with us as we make this oil. Okay, so let's jump in, okay? We have a little bit of the frankincense on the coal. We're going to move it out of the way. So let's talk about money oils in general, okay? When we are calling in abundance and wealth and prosperity, there are elements that we need to incorporate. There are things that we need to think about when we're making these oils, okay? We're not just going to put in a bunch of money herbs. We want to put everything that has a layer of intention. If you took my course on the basics of spell crafting, we talked about these layering of intentions or layering of energies to create a cohesive story and a cohesive vibration that pulls in a intended desired outcome, right? And sometimes you're going to have something in there that doesn't necessarily pertain to money, but it does help bring in the flow. So if you are addressing the money issue by addressing the, any blockages, or maybe your tension around money, or your own self-limiting beliefs around money, that might actually be more beneficial than putting a bunch of herbs in there that are for money and prosperity. If you know you struggle with these things, you might want to put in things that are more in alignment with where you are now. This is why making a generalized or a just basic money oil can be really great, because you can expound upon it, use this as a master bottle, or use this oil and continue to add and put in things that matter to you or that cater to what it is that you're going through at that current time in that situation, okay? So let's talk about the basics, okay? We're going to talk about basic things that you can add to a money oil that are easy to find in your area and are really powerful ingredients in money rituals, okay? First things first is cinnamon, okay? Cinnamon is really powerful because it has the energy of speeding things up, stimulating, and has the vibration of money and prosperity. These three elements are going to be extremely helpful in the process of pulling money towards you, okay? With speed, with accuracy, and with power, okay? So this is really great ingredient, and I would never ever leave cinnamon out unless you're doing a specific type of money ritual. Cinnamon is just a really great way to go, okay? And most people will add a little bit of cinnamon into their work, okay? Next thing is going to be bay. So bay leaves are in the community such a powerful way to manifest. If you've ever done a bay leaf ritual, or if you've ever seen my video that I talk about making spell gels so that you can actually burn these bay leaves on a continuous basis, go ahead and check that on my Instagram on the Glamour Witch LA. But bay leaves are so great because they have so many functions and so many powerful ways to help you manifest. So whether it be protection, love, money, bay has so many metaphysical properties that it's just a really great all-purpose wishing herb. Like I said before, if you're going to be putting this into something, you definitely want to make sure that you are directing it to whatever it is that you want to do. You don't want to just throw it in there, right? Because bay does have also substitution property as well. So if you don't have something else, you could use bay as a way to substitute that item, right? Because it is a wishing herb. So whatever you wish, whatever that other thing it was that you wanted to put in there, and you maybe don't have it, whatever that metaphysical purpose is, you can use bay to call that energy in, okay? So this is something that's really, really great in money oils. Next thing I like to put in is going to be basil. Is such an amazing herb as well. It has so many, if you have the book, Scott Cunningham's Encyclopedia of Magical Herbs, then you know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay, basil probably has the longest list of metaphysical properties and magical uses than any of the other herbs in the fucking book. And that might be not true, but it seems like it to me, okay? The list is so unbelievably long. Money, luck, protection, love, empowerment. you know, banishing, so many things. And I would never ever make a money oil without it. And if I do, of course, I can always substitute that energy with bay. But basil is just something that's so powerful that it really is something that you want to add to this. And this is something that's very basic and simple, and you don't have to go searching at a metaphysical shop to get it, okay, you guys? You see where I'm going with this? You don't need to have a whole bunch of stuff, okay? You just need to get the right stuff. Next, I'm going to be adding in some allspice. Allspice is really great for luck and increasing your luck and prosperity as it pertains to money. So it doesn't necessarily just have to be for money, but it could just be success and victory. So if you're working a job or a gig or whatever, and you just need a little extra boost of luck that's going to bring that money in, you might want to include allspice. There's a lot of really great functionalities of allspice, but I'm going to be using it today specifically for luck and for victory and success, okay? Next is going to be mint, okay? So I have peppermint here, and I also have spearmint, okay? Any type of mint is fine. If you only have it, make sure all these ingredients are dry, by the way. You do not want to put fresh herbs in there unless you are making like a herbal tea, you're gonna be drinking it, or you're making a floor wash, whatever. Then I can understand maybe wanting to use fresh herbs, but because this is an oil and we want it to last for a long time, you want to make sure that these are dried, okay? So we have peppermint here and we have spearmint, and to me it doesn't really matter. A mint is a mint in my opinion, but there might be people out there that are like, no, peppermint better for this, spearmint better for that. Anyways, I think mint in general is really great for stimulating the flow of money, getting things moving, okay? When you think about mint in general, what mint does to the body, to the respiratory system, and just what it does in the circulatory system, it gets things moving. It clears away any blockages in the nose and the sinuses, but it also is very invigorating and it really boosts your energy. Anytime you smell peppermint, I mean, just that feeling. Everybody knows what that feels like, right? So that vibration is going to be in your money working. I also have peppermint essential oil as well that I'm going to add into this mix as well. So if you don't have the herb of this, you can also use the essential oils of any of the things that I'm talking about here today. I have cinnamon essential oil and a few of these other things as well, but if you would like to use the fresh herbs too, that's fine as well. Okay, so we have our mint. I would also add in some echinacea. Now echinacea is used to boost any type of working. It brings strength and empowerment to any work that you're doing. So if you want to add it to a love spell to bring a little bit of oomph to it, you can do that as well. But this is also great for boosting the power of our prosperity work. Now the rest of the things that we're going to be using here are, again, like I said, optional, but I'm going to be using because these are things that I would use in my specific money oil, okay? So just keep that in mind. Let's jump in, okay? Other than the ones that we have already put in, that we've already talked about in each one of these, I'm gonna put those ingredients in, and then I'm gonna jump into the things that we haven't talked about, okay? So I have you guys zoomed in here. I have put in all the ingredients that we spoke about in the beginning, and now I'm going to talk about some things that you can add to this work, okay? As a standalone, those are pretty strong ingredients, but I'm going to take it a step further, okay? Some other ingredients that I feel like are honorable mentions are, I think it's called cinefoil. Let me see if cinefoil or 5-finger grass. This is really great for keeping money in your hand, in your wallet, in your bank account kind of vibe, okay? So we're gonna just bless and activate it for that intention. I am also going to add in some lemongrass. Lemongrass brings harmony, balance, and it actually clears blockages. So we are gonna program this to bring balance to our finances, as well as removing any blocks that may be standing in the way of us pulling that money in. I'm also going to use lemon peel, okay? Or excuse me, orange peel. I always say lemon peel and it's orange peel, okay? Jesus. Orange peel, oranges bring in optimism, success, victory, just positive energy, and we do want that when it comes to our money, okay? So I'm going to add, these are dried, just a few. to the mix, okay? And we're gonna bless and activate it to bring in that positive energy flow and optimism and success to our cash. I am also going to add in, this is a surprising ingredient, a little bit of lavender, okay? The reason that we're adding in lavender is to bring some tranquility and some peace into our finances, okay? A lot of times when we do money workings, or we're using this, is, you know, a lot of times people are using these things as a last resort kind of situation, or, you know, we're stressed out about our finances constantly, and we want to bring this peace of mind into, I'm just going to use the whole rest of it, a peace of mind in the ease of spirit when it comes to our finances, okay? So that we can be in alignment with receiving instead of in alignment with fear and anxiety, okay? So let's bless and activate it for that. Next, I'm going to add in Master of the Woods. Now, Master of the Woods is great for being seen, recognized. It's great for being put in promotion situations. It brings success. It brings recognition. It brings dominance and power. And it's also great for prosperity. I'm going to bless this as a way to bring about this recognition, or this assertion and this dominance in whatever it is that I'm doing, that I'm seen as victorious, respected, and so that money comes to me. That it feels, it comes to me almost as this like deserving vibration. Like, I deserve to have this money. I deserve to have these funds. I deserve to be blessed by this. And it recognizes me as the master of the woods, right? So that's the energy that I'm pulling in for this. And we're just going to bless and activate it for that intention. Now I'm going to add in just a little bit of cayenne. And cayenne brings speed, and it brings a little bit of power, a little boost. And this is going to kick up the speed and bring that money in, as well as adding a little bit of power and oomph to this work, okay? All right, surprising next ingredient, may be surprising, but I'm going to add in some sage. This is powdered sage, okay? This is culinary sage. You can use this in food. I'm hesitating about talking about this because there are people that be going off about sage, okay? They be going the fuck off about sage. And I want you to know, for anybody who's gonna be in my comment section talking about, don't use sage unless you're indigenous, shut the fuck up. I am indigenous, okay? I am indigenous. I may be a black woman, but that does not mean that I am not indigenous, okay? My grandmother is Native American. So let's not do this, because I've had full ass arguments about sage with people in my comment section, and I don't want to hear that shit. Don't be disrespecting nobody because they want to use culinary sage. Nobody is disrespecting indigenous people by using sage in their food, okay? And honestly, sage is not the biggest issue that needs to be recognized in our community. I would much rather people use sage and use it as a way to heal themselves and to bring peace to our planet, and, you know, and really respect it and understand how to use it, then completely, you know, abandon our traditions and hide them the way that they've been hidden. We've had to hide our traditions and our culture and who we are from the public because we are so afraid to be who we are, okay? And honestly, there's too many other fucking issues that as it pertains to Native Americans and indigenous people that are way more of a bigger deal to me than some motherfucking sage, okay? Sage or Palo Santo or whatever the fuck else. I'd rather people give a fuck about the actual rights of the people than worrying about a fucking plant that can grow again. Our planet is abundant. We can make more sage. We can continue to make more sage because the planet will allow us to do so. People are the things that matter. People are the things that don't get a second chance here, okay? So if you want to fucking go off about sage in my comment section, you better be fighting for indigenous people's rights, and you better be in the front motherfucking lines making sure that they get the things that they need. I'm tired of that shit. Nobody gives a fuck about indigenous or black people. Y'all just want to yell about fucking plants and whatever the case may be. What about us as people, okay? Anyways, so sage. I'm sorry, I had to go off. I know that was like 2 minutes. I had to say my shit. Anyways, y'all want to scream the loudest about all this shit, but y'all don't really care about the people, okay? Anyways, so sage is going to be used to clear away negative energy, and it's going to be a way to clear away blockages. So we had another herb in there. The lemongrass was used for that purpose, right? We use the lemongrass as a way to clear away the blockages, but we also brought it in for balance, right? For balance in our finances, balance in our money. This is going to just be straight up clearing away any fucking negative blockages, right? Any negative blockages that are stopping our money and our cash flow from flowing in, okay? So that's what we're gonna bless and activate this for. Next, I'm going to add in some honey, okay? Honey is really great for money and prosperity. If you've ever done a honey jar, I might do a honey jar video. Let me know if you guys want that, or if you've ever used just honey in any type of sweetening work. Honey is great for drawing in, attracting, sweetening the deals, sweetening the opportunities in your life, in your finances. And so we're gonna bless it for attracting and drawing in, as well as sweetening your financial situation, okay? Now I'm going to add in some other oils that I've used for other things. So this is actually a Crown of Success oil, okay? You can use a Crown of Success oil if you would like to use that. There's a couple of other oils I'll share with you guys from some other companies. Okay, so this is Clearance from Conjured Cardea, and this is to clear blockages, whatever, clearance, get things to move forward. If you want to use Clearance, you can use that. If let's say you don't have sage or you don't have lemongrass, whatever, you want to use a clearance oil or any type of clearing oil. This can like to bring in the flow, anything that's blocked, especially if you have like checks that are stuck in the mail or whatever the case may be. This could be really great for that. I always butcher this name because I never know what it actually says, but I will leave a link to this down below. This is really great for just overall success and victory in anything that you're doing. And you can add a little bit of this in there as well, just to bring success and victory to your finances. But these are not necessary things. Again, I'm gonna add just a little bit of this Crown of Success that I've created, okay? So we have a little bit of our Crown of Success. Now, let's talk about some other items that we can put in here that aren't necessarily herbs, right? There are some, you can also add in star anise if you'd like to use that. I also have some orris, depending on what it is that you're trying to use it. But again, like I said, this is when it starts to become more specialty and it becomes more about what you personally need and less about it just being an all-purpose, okay? But those are the basics of what it is that I would put into this, okay? And then the next parts of it are gonna be about charging and all that other stuff, okay? So let's talk about other items, curio items, or just things that crystals, stones, whatever that we were putting in here, okay? So let me just move these over into the camera. So I'm going to be using Peridot, really great for prosperity and money, and also cleansing, emotional cleansing, and heart chakra work, okay? Because when we're talking about doing money workings, your heart chakra is in a direct alignment with your ability to receive, as well as your root chakra, right? And your sacral and all those. Having all your chakras healed is great, but opening your heart chakra and allowing love to flow in and allowing yourself to be open to receive is a really great place to manifest money from, okay? Just as much as having a healed root chakra. But your heart chakra has a lot to do with your way of pulling in this. And this Peridot is really great for emotional cleansing of the heart space, as well as bringing in abundance and prosperity, okay? So we're gonna add a little bit of this. We also have here some citrine chips. I have some actual, like real raw citrine. This is heat treated citrine. This is heat treated amethyst basically, but it doesn't matter. You can still use it for money and prosperity. All crystals and stones can be programmed for whatever intention that you set them for, okay? Please remember that. Don't panic if you don't, if you find out that your citrine crystal is actually an amethyst that's been heat treated, okay? Another stone is green aventurine. Also really great for money and prosperity, abundance, and heart chakra opening. We've got some pyrite or fool's gold here at the bottom of the bag. And this is also really great. It brings in sun energy, solar energy, and it's really, really great for manifesting wealth and prosperity. I also have some rutilated quartz crystals. I don't know if you guys can see this, but rutilated quartz are really great for manifestation, for pulling in any type of manifestation that you want. Towards the end of this video, when I talk about charging this, we'll understand a little bit more about what this energy does and what these crystals are really great for. But I love using rutilated quartz crystals as a form of manifestation because they almost become this gateway portal that sends your intention out into the ether and brings it back to you, okay? There are these little like, they call them like angel hairs, and these are gold that kind of have this pathway energy to different portals and different ways of accessing what it is that you're calling in. So I'm going to be using this as well into the mix. And we have gold magnetic sand. Now, gold magnetic sand is great for attracting and drawing in. Very simple, right? You can use regular just magnetic sand, but I like gold magnetic sand because I like the color gold. Gold has a representation of success, victory, the sun, also money, wealth, all that stuff. So I'm going to be using gold magnetic sand. And then I have here money clippings. I'm very low on this. And then I have an actual dollar here that I'm going to teach you how to use, how to turn this into a money clipping, okay? Just very briefly, this is not going to be like a whole tutorial situation, right? Okay, so we're going to put this to the side. We're going to put this bottle to the side, and then we're going to add all these crystals in just a second. And I'm going to talk to you about this dollar trick, okay? Now, if you wanted to use the whole dollar in the oil, you could do that. You do not have to cut this up at all. You can use this dollar by itself, okay? This dollar has, I don't know if you guys see. You see that right here? It says 7 here. Look at these little numbers on the side too, okay? Not just, you know, the fact that it's a dollar. You could put $10 in here. You could put $5. You could put $100. You know, if you don't have actual money, you can get it, you know, you can print out a bill or whatever, and put it in there as well. It doesn't matter. It's a representation, okay? But I'm going to be using an actual dollar, and this dollar was not on my altar, but typically what I would do is I would leave this dollar on my altar for 7 days, okay? 7 is a really lucky number. 7 has a lot of positive vibrations. If you wanted to get one that had an 11 on it, you could do that too, whatever the case may be. Leave it on your money altar, if you have one, for the amount of days that this is, you know, intended, as written on here. And every day you would bless it. You would take some money incense and, you know, run it over the money incense. You would, maybe you would spritz some Florida water on it. But I will tell you this, before you use it in any work, okay, because I'm going to show you this, you want to cleanse this, okay? You either can wash this dollar bill, you can literally put this underneath the sink with a little bit of Dawn, just a tiny little bit of Dawn and some water, wash this, okay? And then you'll go back over it with some Florida water, okay? And you'll let this sit until it dries, you know? And this will cleanse the energy because, again, like I said, you don't want a dollar going into your money working that has been passed around to so many people, so many hands. You don't know who and where this dollar has been, not just because of like germs or whatever, but energy, right? Energy on this dollar bill, okay? And that's why we put it on the money altar. We let it sit. That's why we cleanse it. We actually clean it, and then we cleanse it with spiritual water. So if you have your own Florida water, if you have not had a chance to check out my Florida water video, please do go check that out. You can actually make your own Florida water and use it to cleanse this dollar bill. You will put this on a paper towel, and you will let this dry. The next day it'll be dry. It'll be like a regular dollar. It'll be totally fine. And then either you can rub this down with a little bit of some money oil that you already have, or you can sprinkle some cinnamon and allspice over this. You can actually do like a little bit of olive oil, right, in your hand and just activate it and just say, I bless this for prosperity and wealth. And you rub that onto the dollar so it's a little bit oily. And then you can sprinkle powdered cinnamon and allspice onto this. And now it is a money dollar for you, okay? And you can cut this up and you can use it to sprinkle over into stuff, or you can put the whole dollar into the money oil of whatever you're going to be using, or let's say you're doing a honey jar or whatever, you can do that as well, okay? Okay, so something else that we're going to add into this, and this is really random, okay? So we're bringing our jar back. This is bank dirt, okay? I know you guys are thinking like, what the fuck is that? This is actual dirt from the property of a bank, okay? I collected this bank dirt myself. Now, I have seen people online selling bank dirt. I would not trust it unless you trust the person, right? If you trust the person, you trust them, then cool. But it's too simple to get a fucking jar. Go to your local bank. I would look to see what their rating is, because this matters, you guys. The bank's rating of that location, depending, like if it says 2 stars, don't get bank dirt from a 2-star bank, you know, because that means the energy of people that go in there, they're unhappy, they're mad, they're miserable, and they hate being in that space, right? Or the employees are not working very hard or whatever. People don't want to actually go there, okay? So that's not, even though there's money flowing in and out, it's just not a good vibration for your money. So you want to go to a bank. It doesn't even have to be your bank, okay? It could be any bank. And whether it's a potted plant, it could be a potted plant that's on the property of the bank, in front of the bank, or it could be the dirt that's in front of the bank. You're gonna look a little weird, but it's 2 seconds of collecting that dirt and then you're on your merry fucking way. You know, you could say anything, I don't care, whatever. We're witches, we're already perceived as weird anyway, so you shouldn't be worried about that. But look, it's a little bit of bank dirt, and this has lasted me a while, okay? So I got quite a bit. This is like, and this is not how it was originally. It was more full, but you're only gonna use just the tiniest bit of this bank dirt, okay? Just take a little tiny bit. Okay, you see that's not even that much. I'm gonna add my gold magnetic sand now. And then I'm going to add in all of my crystals and my money clippings, and I'll be right back. All right, you guys, so we are back, and I am going to add a final step before I do anything else, and that is going to be, I'm going to add a little bit of rum. Now you can use rum or whiskey or vodka, but I am using the liquor in this as a way to preserve the energy, preserve the vibration, to preserve money constantly flowing into our life. This also will keep anything from going bad or rancid, which it probably will not, but I am going to add a little bit of the rum in here as a way to boost that energy and that intention of preserving our wealth and our financial well-being, okay? All right, and now we are going to, we have added our crystals, we've added our gold magnetic sand, we've added our money clippings, everything is in here, okay? Now, if you would like, you could always take a little piece of money paper. There's a video I have a video on how to make money paper, and you can actually write your intention for this money. Let's say you don't want to use $1, you don't have $1. You can actually use your money paper, write your intention over it, and fold this up and put it in the money jar as a petition paper if you'd like to do that. That would be something that you would do before this last step. But now we are going to add in our oil, okay? Now this is actually hemp oil, okay? And the metaphysical properties of hemp oil is great for amplifying and intensifying energy, okay? So we're using this to amplify, okay? You can also use olive oil. That's really great for money. Almond oil is great for money. And you can use whatever you want, but I'm gonna use hemp oil, hemp seed oil, as a way to amplify the energies of the work that we're doing. And I will link this company. This is Dr. Adorable Incorporated in the description so that you guys can go and find it, okay? And now we're going to add it in. Oh, I love the way it smells. So good, okay? And I'm just gonna take this little stir, and I'm gonna stir it clockwise and just make sure that everything is fully immersed. All the ingredients are in here in the mix, and just stir it again, setting intention, okay? If you want to add other fragrances in that you like that smell more luxurious to you, you can do that as well. And then I would keep adding to this, right? Continue to add to this, make this the master, but this will be the master bottle. So anytime when I run out of this oil, instead of tossing out all the ingredients, I'd let the oil go all the way to the bottom, and then I'd add in a couple of more ingredients. Maybe I want to change the intention or the vibration. Maybe I want to add a High John the Conqueror root in this. I would add a little bit of High John in this as well. If you wanted to do that, you could. And then I would fill it back up with oil and just kind of build on top of this, because that energy is already there, and it's more powerful if you use what you've already been kind of working with instead of tossing everything out. Okay, also not as wasteful. So now we have created our oil. We're gonna seal this bad boy. This is not the best lid, I'll tell you this. You can then go ahead and light a green candle over this, and I'm also going to show you another way to charge this work, okay? The first way is to use symbols such as this one. This is actually a Reiki symbol here, and this is Choku-rei, which in Reiki translates loosely to I think it's all the universe's power here and now. And so it's used to charge and bring energy to any work that you want to do. Now, this is one of my charging trays that I'm going to be giving away as a part of my course, my Glamour Magick course. You will receive this tray alongside with a Glamour Magick candle and some other goodies as well. This symbol is used in Reiki as a way of charging energy and sending energy towards the client. In this specific tray, there is also rutilated quartz here. You guys can kind of see a little bit of the rutilated quartz in the resin. That is also there to amplify the energy as well as aid in manifestation and the ability of power here. And I'm going to actually place the oil here on top of the tray, and I'll begin to do Reiki energy over this energetic tray. Now, if you don't, obviously not everyone will have this tray. Unless you decide to become a part of the Glamour Magick course, you will receive a tray like this. But you could take a image of the Choku-rei symbol and print it out, and then actually lay it over that, do the same thing, and charge this work with that energy through the power of your hands. Maybe even have a candle over the top of this and light this down. Another way to empower this work is through the use of sunlight. You can actually let this sit out in the sunlight for a couple of hours and do like an herbal infusion, allowing all the ingredients to emulsify and to harness the energy of the sun, because the energy of the sun is very powerful, and you can use this to enhance the ability to affect whatever your work with much more energetic potency, okay? The sun is a really great use for that. Also, if you would like, you can actually put this in like a pot of warm water and let this warm up and get all the ingredients nice and warm and hot, so that they actually have an herbal infusion in that way, and you're actually extracting all the botanicals out of the actual herbs, and kind of do this alchemical kind of creation with the oil as well, really pulling out all the essence of the plant matter from the actual herbs into the oil, and truly getting a really yummy and powerful oil here. And then of course you can charge this with candle magic. You can put crystals on top of this. You can charge this in the moonlight, depending on the moon that is in alignment, maybe with prosperity. So maybe it's Taurus or whatever the case may be. That might be really great for stability, money, finances, whatever the case may be. You can do this money working, and I would do this money working on a Thursday. Thursday is the day of Jupiter, which is the planet of prosperity, wealth, expansion, okay? And I'm going to be taking this onto my Patreon page, where I'm going to be showing you how to charge this using the Solomonic ritual for prosperity and abundance using the planet Jupiter. So you will do it at the time and day of Jupiter, and there's a whole song and dance to how to charge that, okay? And that's gonna be on my Patreon. If you would like to join us, you can go ahead and join us there. But if not, like I said, I just gave you a bunch of ways to charge this work. And of course, you can immediately start working into this once that charging is done. But I would spend a little bit of time. Yes, you have blessed and activated every single ingredient that's gone into here, but you want to make sure that you're giving a little bit of attention to emulsify and bring everything together so that they're one cohesive unit, okay? Now, once you have done all this and the herbs and the oils and everything that's done, and you're ready to start actually using this, how do we use spell oils, right? How do we use these oils? You can use this on a candle. You can use this money oil. You can anoint a dollar bill like we did before. Anoint a dollar bill, 4 quarters in the center in this 5-point pattern of bringing things down into the physical reality. And this could be a dollar that you never spend, right? Maybe you write a petition, on it, or write money constantly flows into my life, whatever. Anoint it with the oil and then fold this up and put this in the back of your wallet. And this can be something that pulls in money into your actual wallet, into your, actual physical being, in the physical sense. You can take this money oil. If you have a money altar, when you go to wash or cleanse your altar, you should be cleaning your altar at least once a week, if more than that if needed. And you can actually go ahead and wash it down, wipe it down, actually like clean it, if you have ashes or whatever the case may be, and then take a little bit of the oil, drop it there, and rub in some of this oil, depending on the type of table or whatever. If you want to add this to some Florida water and then spritz this over the money altar as a way to refresh the energy and the vibration of prosperity and abundance, you can do that. You can anoint the doorway of any business. If you work at home, you anoint your front door, and so that money is constantly flowing into your home. You can anoint anything that has to do with your prosperity and your finances. Like if you're working, whatever it is, wherever you're working at, you can take this to your job and you can put this on the bottom of your desk where you're at, wherever you work at. You can put this in your car, whatever, so that you're always bringing in this money. You can anoint the bottom of your shoes so that you're always walking into prosperous situations. You see what I'm saying? You can also use this when you're making petition papers. So like when you're using this to make your money paper that you would do petitions with, or maybe you're just trying to write something that you want, burn this, and that's the spell, right? When you go to make the paper, and if you haven't seen that video, you should go check it out. I use money oil in that, in the brew or the mixture that we use to soak the paper in. You can use this oil for that piece of paper working, so that you have now money paper that you can write whatever you want, make yourself a personal check, right? You can anoint really anything with this. You can put, I love putting a few drops with some Florida water into a spray bottle and spritzing this over, anything in the doorway, whatever the case may be. You can add this to a floor wash. You can use this in my Wealthy Witch, or I think it's like Lux Witch bath that I have here on YouTube, and add this to the bath to bring in more money, to make you a vibrational match to money. You can anoint the baseboard of your bed, whatever it is. You can, take a little tiny bit, rub it on your hands in the morning, rub it on your body and your skin. You can add this to really anything as it pertains to pulling in finances, and you can get very creative with how you use this conjure oil. And all you would do is set an intention saying, I bless and activate this oil that it brings in prosperity, and you can say a dollar amount if that's what matters to you, or you can just allow the money to come in any way that it sees fit. Okay, so like I said before, if you're going to be charging this with the Curio symbol, I would do a little bit of research. I'm actually going to be delving more into this this symbol and what it means, and how to activate this and how to use this in my class. You can use the Curio symbol to charge food and anything, really, honestly. And I really love this tray. It's absolutely beautiful, and this is one of a kind. You're not going to be able to purchase this on my website. I'm probably not going to sell this. It's only going to be for people who take my course, and it's absolutely beautiful, you guys. I mean, my cousin actually made this tray and she did such a beautiful job. Like, I mean, look at how gorgeous that is. The shimmer, and I don't know if you guys can see the gemstone crystals. Like, let me see if we can. Yeah, the gemstone crystals, the rutilated quartz here, and they got the little label at the top, and it's like a nice little beautiful purplish tone here. Absolutely gorgeous tray, and I'm super excited to share this with you. If you're anyone who has worked with this symbol, then you understand there's so much power and history behind this symbol and the way that it is able to channel and bring down energy into anything that it is charging, water, food, whatever. And to have a tray like this to kind of make that kind of step a little bit easier for you, it's kind of like a go-to tray. You can put your candles on this, you can put crystals on this, whatever it is that you're trying to charge, the symbol's already here, and it has crystal energy backing and supporting this, okay? I'm also going to be doing a blessing over all the trays, so they're all going to come with a little extra magical energy as well. But if you wanted to anoint your tray a little bit, you wanted to take some Florida water with a few drops of this, anoint your tray and turn this into your money tray. And anytime you want to charge something to bring in money and prosperity, you put it on this tray. There's really endless possibilities of how you can use this. It's really up to you to decide how you want to finesse this oil to make it work for you. The best part about this oil is that it's not going to go bad. We have preserved it with a little bit of the alcohol here, and this oil is really, really strong and stable as far as, you know, longevity. We are going to make sure that we keep this in a cool and dry space, and you're gonna want to just make sure that the lid is, I'm gonna have to get a different lid for this because it does not tighten, because I find that when there's a lot of power and potency in an oil, it almost like doesn't want to stay in the jar, like it just kind of bursts out, and that's not a bad thing. It really isn't. But you know, when that energy is so intense that it wants to leave, you just want to make sure that you have it in a container that's very secure, that you can shake up the contents every once in a while and make sure everything in there is getting the love and the attention that it needs, right? So yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you guys so much. Again, like I said, if you would like to purchase or if you would like to receive one of these magic trays, Glamour Witch magic trays, all you have to do is sign up to be a part of our Glamour Magick course. This is coming in a kit with a bunch of other items as well with the class. Tickets are still on sale, and we actually just changed the date from the 8th to the 11th to the 15th and the 18th. So it's no longer going to be next week, it's going to be the week after next. So you still have plenty of time to sign up. I'm also going to be giving a 10% discount for anyone who uses the code GLAMWITCH at checkout. You'll be able to get 10% off your purchase. Now, if you are a Patreon member, you get a bigger discount. You get a $50 off discount for your ticket if you become a Patreon member. Thank you guys so much for your patience and your support through all of this. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I cannot wait to make my next one and see you guys soon. Please comment down below if you're interested in seeing any other type of money oil. But until next time, I'll see you guys later. Be blessed.
Pull out the candles, pull out the crystals, pull out the recipe.